Okay,
and we are
okay.
back, ladies and gentlemen, from the first match, which was as crazy as we thought it would be. And now we have our new number one contenders for the team's championship. But we get to the team's championship, which is a very different scenario than what we thought it would be. We thought we were going to get the odd couple, Jeff Snyder and Mark Andreyko, defending the titles against the team that they wanted against the spectacular Shazam. We're getting the odd couple versus Shazam, kind of?
Right. Kind of. Here's the situation, folks. And again, we have not been updated, or at least I have not been updated at my answer desk. And that is, we do not know what odd couple is walking through that door. We know we got Jeff Snyder, but Mark Andreyko announcing his retirement last week for the time being. It's not going to be the Android Christian, and I have no updates from the powers that be, from the president, from any of the teams, from the managers, from you, as to who the teammate is. And so at this point, I'm still flying blind. I do not know about you, sir.
You and I are flying blind at the moment. I don't think that's the case overall, but this is what we know so far. To break this down for those of you figuring out what the hell, how did we get to where we are right now? Well, here is where we were. In April, we had a number one contender match between Final Exam and Shazam. Shazam won that match, and they earned themselves a right to play against the Odd Couple. The Odd Couple was supposed to defend the titles in April against Shazam, and Mark Andreyko, because of scheduling and other things, couldn't make it happen. So Grace, the league, everybody had decided, all right, Mark, he can do it in mid-May. And they said, you know what, we'll give you the end of May. I said, okay, it's going to happen. If not, then the Odd Couple would most likely be stripped of their titles. So we got to it, scheduled it, looked like it was going to happen. As we saw last week, Mark Andreyko just couldn't make it happen. He said because of reasons, good reasons, he wasn't able to make it, so he had to step back and he had to retire. I don't like the fact that Grace made him do it without talking to Roxy and Jeff. Nonetheless, when Grace approached Jeff and Roxy and told them about it, she said, okay, we're going to strip you of the titles. And Jeff Snyder said, let me fight. Let me fight. This isn't like when Sam Levine and Drew McQueen was like, no, it's okay, we can step back. I don't want to give up my championship. I want to fight. Let Shazam pick anyone from the league, and we'll get it done. So Grace figured it out. It would have been corruption playing. Changed her mind. Oh, she's so nice. And she decided to do it. She reached out to Coy and Shazam, and to Coy and Shazam's credit, they said, well, here's what we want to do. We're going to let both Roxy Stryer and Jeff Snyder pick anyone from their faction in order to play and defend. And that is where we stand today. Now, obviously, Roxy and Jeff know who's playing. Shazam knows because the stars wanted to be fair to let them know who they had to prepare for. So we're all in cahoots with each other, except you and I. We don't know. What we do know is the Odd Couple who won the championship, they will not be the defending champions. Jeff Snyder will be. Whoever that partner is won't be recognized as the champion unless they defend. And then if they defend, they will be the new member of the Odd Couple, and a defense will be granted. Got all that? I hope so, because I just did.
We're still processing a lot of it here, but I will say this, and it's very rare that I pay a compliment to the higher halls of the Schmoedown, but I will say I feel like this is the most fair thing for the league, for the factions, for everyone involved. We frequently rule on challenges. We are unbiased. We are impartial, and I feel like if I had to apply that magic to this situation, I would have come to the same result. Now, I would have told the announcers and the hosts what's going on and who the person is. And so while we're still flying, not quite blind, but we got that, we have that Lady Justice blindfold on. We're kind of peeking out the corner, and we just hope that we can find some sort of semblance of normal by the time the match actually gets underway. I hope someone is standing just off to your side, Christian, and is going to hand you a card when you do the introductions.
Yeah, I'm probably going to get that sent pretty soon. But let's be fair. Grace is nothing. I don't know if it's been handled well as much as it's been handled to make sure it's self-serving. Either way, we have a match. We have it. Everyone involved has been great about it. But we are going to. We just told you about all the mayhem. Now you're going to see it for yourselves.
Okay. There's no easy way to say it, so I'm going to say it. I'm officially retiring from Schmoedown. It's not forever.
I just hope he comes back before the end of
and the way things change in the world, it could be sooner rather than later. But once again, for the safety of the Schmoedown and their schedule and not gumming things up, I am choosing now to retire. I respect it enough to not be a hindrance.
How to defeat Mark and Draco
now. So I will always be a fan of the Stars. I will always be in Jeff's corner. So let's see where we go. It could be an exciting new page, and I'm definitely, this is goodbye, but not forever. I will be back. I can't tell you when for sure, but I will definitely be back. This is not the last you've seen of me. So thank you to everyone, thank you, Christian and Mark. Thanks to the fans, and I love you guys, and I hope to see you soon.
Bibbs is always ready.
We've been thinking about this and trying to figure out what we can possibly do, and I actually think that we have a game plan that you could get on board with, because it's just not fair that Jeff would have to give up his title when he hasn't done anything, and that's just not who we are. It's not right for our faction. So if you would just hear us out, I think you could get on our side about this.
I'd play with anyone in the league. Tell Shazam I'll play with anyone in the league, and you know what? They can pick it. I don't care who it is. I'm gonna beat them. Please?
Okay, give me a day.
Oh, God, thank you. We're back in business, Rox.
Stars have 9 lives, apparently. Here we go.
This should be someone that they're comfortable playing with. This should be someone that they know will make a great partner for Jeff and who will put up a championship level match.
Who's a championship level player?
Let them choose.
Jinx.
Hey, Sabrina's in the chat.
Listen, I'm devastated. Obviously, I'm devastated. I've been with Odd Couple for a really long time, and it sucks. But the fact is that Grace, she did the right thing, and she's giving us a chance to fight. So, as weird as these words sound coming out of my mouth, thank you, Grace. And to Shazam, they're doing the same thing.
Stuff is happening. Oh, so much stuff. Mark, we're gonna miss you, pal. I made my debut the exact same day as you did. We have been fighting back and forth ever since. You're one of my greatest opponents. I think that Jeff Snyder and Chris Jericho are gonna be oops! Nah, I'm just kidding.
This is a championship fight today. This is going to be a brawl. Shazam wants a challenge, and we're very happy with how this all went down, considering all the craziness last minute.
We always wanted Jeff and Roxy to have control. We always felt that was right. You know, Jeff is the greatest teams player of all time. He's a 3-time champion. Nobody's done that. And so he deserves to go down fighting.
The Stars deserve a shot. Nobody should ever have to hand over a belt for any other reason other than losing. And that's not something we plan on doing.
At the end of the day, though, we're getting that belt.
We've been told who it is. We know who it is. And look, this is going to be a huge test.
We're going to have a great match. It's going to be a wonderful match. It's going to do you proud, I honestly think. And honestly, I think that the audience is going to get really excited once they see the new reformation of the Patriots. Whoops!
We know that it's going to take everything for us to get those titles back. Look, since we lost to Odd Couple at Spectacular, the game plan never wavered. From the second it was over, I was staying with Bibbs, I was staying with Coy, and we were going to get those titles back.
And the only way to accomplish this is to move on. We spent months studying to play Jeff Snyder and Mark Andreyko, and now we only have a couple of days to prepare for Jeff Snyder and Dan Murrell. Just kidding.
Shazam, thanks for giving us this chance, and it's time for the Stars to prove what they can do.
Look, there's a lot. There's a lot to take in there. You know, you got to respect the fact that Shazam's like, no, we want to play them too. We want to win it, because Bibbs has made it clear many times over. He didn't like he won when he won his championship against Mark and Draco. He won it fair and square, and he was a recognized champion, right? But he always felt like I didn't get it from the person that that had the belt. And people, you know, have said, and I don't want to do that. And Brendan said the same thing, like, let them pick someone from their squad that they want to do it. So let them do it. We want to play. We agree with Jeff,
Even
and Jeff Snyder is a fighting champion. He wants to go down. He wants to go down swinging, or he wants to defend. You know, and he wants to prove that he can do it. That he is the best teams player of all time. So there's a lot to kind of take in. I'm excited for it. I'm ready. Are you?
I mean, look, you look at what these two teams have done in their history. Shazam, exemplary chemistry, and that's what this new version of The Odd Couple is going to have to match up against. It's not just movie trivia knowledge, it's how well do you play with and off of your partner, crucial in rounds like the betting round and in the speed round. And so, Christian, here we go. The Ellis family is still here lined up. They have their adult beverages in hand, and they're just watching Junior do his thing, and now we get to hear you do your thing.
Jeff and Snyder.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown. 5 rounds for the movie trivia Schmoedown Teams Championship of the World. Introducing first, representing the Quirky Mercs, with a record of 9 wins, 2 defeats, and 3 knockouts. They are the 2019 Ultimate Schmoedown Team Tournament winners and the former Movie Trivia Schmoedown Teams Champions of the World, William the Beast Bibiani and the Kid Brendan Meyer Shazam! Shazam is here, one eye and a lightning bolt, as we see the team, the former champions, have arrived. Gentlemen, I have to say, and what I will say, Mark was going to commend Grace. I will commend you guys. I think what you did and how you were able to do what you did with The Odd Couple, choosing they could pick someone from their faction, was very admirable. Brendan, let's start with you here. What did you think about this whole scenario and what was happening? And Bibbs, can we get your whole face? Is that possible?
One second. Let me adjust my zoom here. Oh, hi.
Movie magic.
Yeah, okay. All right, so Brendan, please. You're muted, buddy.
I totally unmuted right before I came on, but I guess I did. Look, we would love to have been playing Mark and Jeff. We love playing them. We love the rivalry that we have with them, and we think they're great champions. But at the same time, you know, we're playing a really, really great player here in Mark's stead, and you know, feels good.
I love that. I love that. You're not allowed to tell us. No,
we know. Look, we would love to play them, but we have no doubt with the replacement that Roxy has picked is a great player, a worthy opponent, and someone that we know is going to give us just as much of a fight as Mark would have. So we're ready to go. You know, the players are different than we thought, but the game is still the same and the challenge is still the same, and we're excited.
Yeah, and I think I speak for Christian, too, when I say it's impossible to get a read on YouTube pre-match because you all always just seem to have such a great time playing whoever it is that is across from you because you get along so well off camera and then particularly underneath the white-hot spotlight of the movie Trivia Schmoedown. This question brought to you by Salt Cat Soap. How's the training been going, Bibiani? It's been just a little bit, and so now you're back into the team's fold, and how has it been working with the kid?
Look, the kid and I were like, what are 2 things that go well together?
Oil and water?
Oil and water. We are like delicious oil and
I had
delicious
some
water.
bread with oil and water earlier today.
Exactly. So we're look, we're good.
I think that's
I love
right. You're right.
I love working with Brendan. If we talk to each other every day, it feels natural. If we're busy, we don't talk to each other for a week, we fall right back into a rhythm. We've been studying. We studied our butts off for over a month for Mark and Draco, and we've been studying our butts off for the last few days for this team instead. So we are good to go. We are ready. We're as ready as we're going to be. I'm actually a little sick today, so I'm hoping that won't be a problem. But other than that,
good to go.
Well, good luck to you, gentlemen, and we'll see you in just a moment.
All right, Christian, it's the
Here we
moment
go.
I've been waiting for.
And their opponents. Introducing first, representing
Twink
the Stars. He is the reigning, defending movie trivia Schmoedown team champion of the world, the Insider, Jeff Snyder. Jeff Snyder, there he is. Jeff Snyder, there he is. He has entered with the title. Jeff, what a roller coaster it has been so far over the last couple of months. You know, as the Gibbs has been saying, you know, they thought they were preparing for Andraco, but you thought you were defending with Andraco, and then Grace tells you, no, we're stripping you the belts. You said, I got to fight. I got to do it. Were you happy with the fact and respect? I know you have respect for Shazam. Did you have respect that they said, no, you know what? We're going to let you pick someone from your faction to play with?
I mean, I felt like I was handing them the chance for a belt. They could have picked anybody. You know, to their credit, they didn't want that. They wanted a fair fight, a good match, and I think that I'm really confident and have a lot of faith in my teammate. I think that they're going to keep Shazam on their toes today, and Shazam's going to rue the day that they allowed me to choose a faction member.
Okay, and Jeff, we're about to meet that faction member. I'm about to get that news for the very first time, but you seem excited. You seem ready to go. You seem energized. We have not seen this Jeff Snyder in a minute.
Yeah, because I only got one match so far this year. I'm the player of the year. I can't get on the schedule, but you know what? I'm here today, and I am ready to defend this belt.
All right, well, we're going to remove Jeff Snyder because the moment of truth is here. And his teammate. I know the music. I know the music, and I have gotten the word. Ladies and gentlemen, and his teammate representing the Stars. She is Janine the Machine! Janine the Machine, I feel like I haven't seen you in a little bit. Here you are again after that incredible, unbelievable battle that might have been one of the best Schmoedown matches in history, at least recent history or maybe all history, but you're back. Tell me a little bit about how when this came about, when Roxy and Jeff came to you and said, we want you to go out there and try to defend these championships with Jeff. What was that moment like?
A little crazy, a little overwhelming, but I really didn't want to let my faction down, and I didn't want us to give up the belts without a fight. So I definitely had to step up and help my crew.
Janine, can you just walk us through when you got the news? I'm still recovering from the shock of hearing it about 10 seconds ago, but you get the call from, I imagine, your manager, and Roxy's the one to be like, hey, this is what's happening, and you are on board. Are you apprehensive? How are you feeling in the moment?
I mean, like I said, I was a bit overwhelmed. I feel like I am a senior member on the faction, so I was really honored that I was the pick that they wanted. So I just felt very proud that I was asked to step up for my faction in this way, and I couldn't say no.
Well, one more question for you, Gene, before we get this started here too. You know, obviously with Shazam and the fact that they said, yeah, no, go ahead and pick someone to play with. But what are your overall thoughts on both Bibbs and the Kid as competitors?
They are incredible. I've seen them do some amazing things in this game. So I definitely know what we're up against today. And I just commend them for even giving us this opportunity. I definitely wouldn't have done this if they weren't okay with it. So I really appreciate them. They're just amazing, positive people. And I'm excited to play them today for the first time.
Well, thank you to Janine the Machine. And now we're going to bring back her partner, Jeff Snyder. There they are. And once again, just to reiterate, so this will count as a defense, and it should Janine and Jeff defend here, it would be the 8 points. Janine would be recognized as a champion should she defend here today. All right, so now we're going to bring in the team of Shazam.
Hi, Janine.
Hello.
Good to see you. This is so exciting. Yay.
All right, so we have the teams are here, Mark. Janine and the kid and Snyder and Bibbs. They are all here. Now, please tell us the rules in round number 1.
Yeah, welcome to the pay-per-view, gentlemen. And Janine, these pay-per-views for you are now old hat, but we'll do it anyway. For round number 1, it is a team's match, but it is an individual exercise of movie trivia Schmoedown know-how. In round number 1, you may not rely on the strength of your teammate to secure an answer. We ask you 8 questions in total from 8 different corners of movie trivia Schmoedown goodness. Each question's worth 1 point. No penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing. At least there wouldn't be in round number 1. Now, would there? As soon as we ask the question to the field, all competitors have about 15 seconds to get that correct answer from your brain onto whatever writing surface you prefer. Once we ask you by name and or nickname, please show what you wrote to your camera at the same time you verbalize your attempt into the microphone. I'll remind each team you have 3 usages of the JTE rule throughout the match. You're not sure you heard a question right. You want to buy yourself another 15 seconds to get that right answer. Use a repeat JTE rule. You also each have 1 challenge as a team to be utilized at any point throughout the 3-round match. You may initiate the challenge. We'll bring managers in. We'll deliberate and delineate to our heart's content. It will ultimately be your manager that confirms and ratifies if said challenge is taking place. All right, Christian, they are set, ready to go. We have, I believe, all the information that we need for this match, and so I think it's just a matter of asking each competitor a simple question.
We're going to start with Janine. Are you ready?
Hell yes.
Jeff, are you ready?
Yes.
Brendan, are you ready?
Yes.
Mr. William Bibiani, are you ready?
Actions begin.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown. Round number 1. Question number 1, we're going to start with dramas.
Dharmas.
Which actor received an Academy Award nomination for playing Charlie Chaplin in the 1990s biopic Chaplin, directed by Richard Attenborough?
Lord Richard Attenborough.
Stop this.
So, Christian, I know you went to the Oscars. Did you get inside the building?
You've asked me this many times. You just like to rub it in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up, please. Pens down, hands up. We start with Janine.
Robert
Robert
Downey
Downey Jr.
Yes, ma'am. The kid.
Robert Downey Jr.
Snyder.
Robert Downey Jr.
And Mr. William.
Robert Downey Jr.
All right, question number 2.
Is in the category of black cinema. And your question for a point. Steve Carr directed Mike Epps and Ice Cube in what 2000 comedy sequel? That is the year 2000.
I have no idea.
In the year 2000.
And you do that to me a lot, and I always appreciate it.
Yes.
Great bit.
Yeah, it's a good one. And we go with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up, please. And Brendan.
Next Friday?
Yes. Jeff.
I said Friday after next, so I fucked up.
Bibbs.
It is the Friday before the Friday after next. It is next Friday.
And Janine.
Next Friday.
So only Jeff misses on that one. As we see ourselves 4-3.
Friday after next. Oh my God, so stupid.
I was in the test
That's
audience
okay.
for
It doesn't
Friday.
even make any sense. Friday after next.
Question number 3. Question number 3. This is action adventure. In which 90s action film does the character Bodhi say, if you want the ultimate, you've got to be willing to pay the ultimate price? It's not tragic to die doing what you love.
Christian, I might have to agree with Bibiani here. I kind of like the title, The Friday Before the Friday After Next.
Yeah.
That's planning ahead. You want to plan ahead for your
5,
Oh God.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up, please. And now we start with Jeff Snyder.
Point Break.
Yes. Bibbs.
Whoa! Point Break.
Janine.
I only saw that movie once and I didn't
And
enjoy
Brendan.
myself. So
Point Break?
no wonder I didn't get
Okay,
that.
so Shazam gets off to a 2-point lead here as both the kid and William are perfect thus far. 6-4. 6-4, and we get to question 4.
We return to the year 2000, and more accurately, the entire decade of the 2000s for this next question. In that 10-year set, for a point, Andy Fickman directed Amanda Bynes and Channing Tatum in what 2006 rom-com inspired by William Shakespeare's play Twelfth Night?
Get a few more context clues in there next time.
I don't write the questions, but
I think you mean Christopher Marlowe's play.
5.
That's a joke. That's a joke.
4,
I don't believe it.
No.
3, 2, 1. All right, pens down. Hands up, please, and we start with Bibbs.
She's the man.
Yes, Janine.
She's the man.
The kid.
She's the man.
And Jeff.
She's the man.
Her is the
so
guy.
it is 8-6. 8-6. Dan with a 2-point lead, and we get to our next question. Which actress, horror/thriller, which actress starred in the thrillers Perfect Strangers, The Call, and Kidnap?
You know, Christian, you can have your Christopher
What do you
Marlowe
think?
or your William Shakespeare. For my money, the best
Mine-
playwright in that era,
My
Ben
match is on a
Jonson.
bit of a
Who's
delay
with
because
me?
I'm seeing people
I'm
in the
with
chat
you.
getting the answers
Give you a high
faster than
five. 5,
they're saying it.
4,
I don't care.
Underappreciated.
I got 1 point
2.
so far.
1. Pens down, hands up, please. We're starting this time with Janine.
Halle Berry.
Yes. The kid.
Halle Berry.
Jeff.
Halle Berry.
And William.
For the sake of posterity, I was kidding about Ben Johnson, but it's Holly Berry.
It is now 10-8. 10-8 as we get to our next question. This is question mark 6. Question mark.
And it is in the world of comedies. I'm not mad at it. For a point, your question.
Ears.
Which actress appeared in the comedies Sweet Home Alabama and Just Like Heaven?
I love that banner that Janine's got back there, too.
It is so cool. I was looking at that, too. It's huge, and it's artistic, and it's
5,
Not super
intimidating.
egotistical at all.
4, 3,
How do
2,
you get to confidence?
1. Hands down, hands up, and we start this time with Brendan.
Reese Witherspoon.
Yes. And Jeff.
Reese Witherspoon.
And William.
I almost wrote Reese Healthy Spoon, but it's actually Reese Witherspoon.
And Janine.
Reese Witherspoon.
Okay, so we are at question 7 with Shazam still playing perfect thus far, and we get to the realm of martial arts films. Who plays Detective James Carter, who is a fast-talking, street-smart LAPD detective in the Rush Hour trilogy?
And Christian, I think I speak for us and everyone watching at home. Thank goodness for Janine and William's handwriting.
Oh, yeah.
It's really?
I
I don't like my handwriting.
apologize for mine.
5, 4,
I'm just seeing Whitney
3,
Seibold's handwriting. That
2,
great handwriting.
1. Pens down, hands up. We start with Jeff Snyder this time.
Chris Tucker.
Yes, William.
Chris Tucker.
I love those
Janine?
movies, but
Chris Tucker.
even if I had
And
listened to
the
the
kid.
question, I don't think I would
Chris
have gotten
Tucker.
the answer.
All right, Mark.
My brain
So
is kind
right
of
now,
out of it at
as
this
we
point.
see the score is 14 for Shazam, 12 for the odd couple, but Shazam has an opportunity to go up just a little bit more. Should they both get perfect and then get
I
their
think
bonus
those two
questions? We're going to
misses
see
in
if they
round
can
one
do
are
that
going to be
here.
the one that-
Here is the
that's
8th
going to
question.
lose them
It's like the
game.
kid and Jeff are trolling us with their handwriting, but we can still read it. So for a point, your category is mystery films. And inside, Casey Affleck and Michelle Monaghan play a couple who are professional private detectives in what 2007 film directed by Ben Affleck. You know, I don't think you and I would be shabby private detectives. What do you think, Christian? Side business?
Terrible. 5,
Yeah. Shot down.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, hands up, please, and we start with Bibbs.
Ben Affleck's best film as a director, Gone Baby Gone.
I don't disagree with that. Janine the Machine.
Gone, baby, gone.
You got it. And the kid.
Gone, baby, gone.
And Jeff.
I'm going to read the title backwards. Gone, baby, gone.
Well done. All right. So
That would be Enog, Ebab, Enog, but yeah. Okay.
Shazam has 16, odd couple 14. So Shazam's going to try to get to 18 here. Should they both get this right? But gentlemen, this will be to you. You still need to write it down. And here is your bonus question. Matt Damon received his first acting Oscar nomination for which film?
I don't know.
They're writing it down.
Good Will
while
Hunting.
the odd
Oh, hold on.
couple
this
awaits
is round
possibly
one.
a 4-point deficit going into round 2.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down for the perfect round. The kid.
Goodwill
Goodwill
Hunting.
Hunting.
Yes, sir. And
Well,
Bibbs.
at least I got.
Goodwill Hunting.
At least I got.
So it is now 18-14, a 4-point lead for the former champions, and we see ourselves going into round number 2. Mark, it's the wheel round.
It is the wheel round, the wheel of fate, doom, and justice, and the wheel is kinder than Christian and I, because in this round, you may confer with your teammate for each and every question. All 6 questions to each team. Questions worth 2 points. There's no penalty for missing a question. However, stealing, tomfoolery, thievery, all available in round number 2. So if you're not sure of the answer, you can ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer, we're told. At that point, the value of the question recedes to 1. So, Christian, it is a decision for Shazam if they would like to field their questions first with a spin at the wheel or defer to their opponents.
Speaking as the person who wrote the rule book, I'm pretty sure tomfoolery is not allowed. But in any case, Brendan, I think we're going to let them go first. What do you think?
Yep. We'll let them go first.
Let them go first.
Let's do it.
Thank you. So with that, we're going to remove Shazam, and we're going to bring in Roxy Stryer. Roxy, you got 60 seconds to talk to your team starting now.
Awesome first round, guys. You each missed one question. Jeff, if I hear about that for the rest of the match, it doesn't matter. After next thing, it doesn't matter. You guys just both did an awesome job. But we know that we're better together than we are apart. So let's see what we do in this round. You guys are both staying cool, calm, collected. You both recovered from a miss that didn't seem to matter. You guys know our entire strategy, and right now we are in that strategy. We're in it. And I'm so proud of you guys. That was a great round 1. Let's spin the wheel and see how we do.
My favorite Star Wars character.
Awesome job, both of you guys. Both of you guys.
I love
All right,
people
so
in the
here's
chat
the wheel.
sometimes.
Thank you, Roxy Stryer. So the wheel is up, and here is the spin.
All right, and the other team can watch the spin and see what category it lands on, and then they will go to another stream where they will not be able to hear or see the gameplay.
Well, right back to Frank Capra. Last week, that was Janine's category, and here we are again. So we got 60 seconds to decide, starting now.
I think that you both proved that you more than deserve to be here, and I think that this will even further prove that. How are you guys feeling?
I feel okay staying with this.
Jeff?
All right, Janine, I'm going to trust you. Let's do it.
Okay.
That's what this is all about. You guys got this. Have each other's back the whole time. I'm so impressed so far.
I will defer to you the entire way, Janine. But
still talk to each other.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
I'm
All
so excited. Let's do it.
All right, so with that, we're going to remove Roxy. Roxy, you can stay and watch. And, you're also going to have Koij Andrew, who's going to stay. He's got his hands up already. And we're going to, as soon as we get word that Shazam is in the other room, we're going to be ready to go.
Yeah, and a reminder to both Jeff and to Janine, to the odd couple, that if you can, once you settle on your answer, please just let us know that it is final answer. And if you go multiple choice, if you just say the letter, that's fine, but just try to say maybe A for apple, B for boy, C for cat, D for dog, that sort of thing.
All right, so we'll ask the odd couple here. Are you ready to start answering some questions?
Yes.
Do it.
All right, here we go. Which famous crooner stars as the character Dan Brooks in the 1950 comedy Riding High?
I believe it's Bing Crosby, Jeff.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Bing Crosby, final answer.
It's correct for 2 points. Question 2. Which famous actor starred as a wealthy young man named Tony Kirby in 1938's You Can't Take It With You?
I believe that's Jimmy Stewart. Jeff.
Sounds good to me. Let's do it.
Jimmy Stewart, final answer.
And it's correct.
And we're tied.
Harder to commentate on
Here's
this
question
match.
3. Which
the further we go
1932
into the
drama
night,
stars
which
Walter
is kind of morning
Houston,
at
or
this
Huston, Huston, as a banker who suffers a crisis of conscience?
I don't quite remember the title.
We can do multiple
I
choice.
think I want to check to multiple choice.
Multiple choice, please.
All right, multiple choice it is. Is it A, The Donovan Affair, B, American Madness, C, Rain or Shine, or D, Forbidden?
I believe it's American Madness.
Sounds good to me.
American Madness, final answer.
It's correct for 1 more point. That was question number 3. This is 4.
Mm-hmm. It is currently 19-18. The odd couple has the lead.
What is the name of George Bailey's guardian angel in It's a Wonderful Life?
I believe it's Clarence.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Clarence, final answer.
2 more points.
Woo!
That was 4. So here is question 5. Which famously blonde actress starred as the character Anne in the 1931 Capra film Platinum Blonde?
I believe it's Jean Harlow, Jeff.
Yes.
Jean Harlow, final answer.
2 more points. So far, so good in that category. Is that question? That was question 5, right? So here.
Yes. So we have one more question in this round.
Here's your final question. Which 1934 Frank Capra film won 5 Oscars, including Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, and Best Actress?
It happened one night, Jeff.
Yes, correct.
It happened one night, final answer.
What a round, as that is also correct. 25.
Mwah. Mwah.
Checking to multiple choice just once and finds themselves 25-18. Big round for Janine and Jeff. All right, so now we are going to remove Janine and Jeff, and we're going to bring in Shazam. All right, so now we bring back the team of Shazam. All right, gentlemen.
All right.
So there are no steal opportunities at the moment. The odd couple went perfect, only on a multiple choice once. Wow. So at the moment, the score is 25-18. Odd couple 25, Shazam 18. All right, so now you're going to have 60 seconds to talk to Coy before spinning.
Hi, Coy.
Hi, Guy.
Hi.
Hey,
Hi,
my
Coy.
dude. What's up, man?
Guys, I am so always impressed and confused by your knowledge. How are we feeling today?
I'm okay. My back
good.
hurts and I got some tummy problems, but other than that, I'm doing fine.
So we knew when we said, hey, we want a challenge, we want someone worthy, and we knew when we heard about Janine this was going to be a scrap, and that last round was exactly what we expected. So we go into this round expecting to play like Shazam plays, expect to do extremely well. The score doesn't matter until the end of the round. As of now, I see it as tied until we walk out of here and the credits roll. So we're going to go into this. We're going to take our time. We like a lot of that wheel. Remember, you've got a lot more time than you think you do. You guys have good instincts. I trust your gameplay. Just make sure you play it back in your head, and let's make sure we're confident in the wheel slice because there's so much we like. You agree?
Agreed. And we have 3 repeats still, right?
Yes, you do.
You got 3 JTEs. You're playing confidently, and I was really impressed with the pacing with that whiteboard. So keep that pace up as we look at this wheel, all right?
And that's time. All right, thank you to Coy. Here's the wheel, and here's the first spin by Shazam.
Round and round it goes. Some unique categories, some untapped gold in there, Christian.
The great. All right, Mel Brooks.
I feel good.
I feel good with this. I think we can do this. Yep.
I would say we wanted to land 80% or up. I love Mel Brooks for us. Let's dance with it.
Let's do it.
All right, so now we're going to remove both Jeff and Janine. And as soon as we get word, we can start asking questions, Mark, to Shazam about Mel Brooks films.
The other Frank Capra.
Big fan of Mr. Brooks. So I'm happy that they kept it, Christian, because I enjoy asking these questions.
Yay.
All right, so as soon as we get word, and I think that we have it.
Yep. It's the green room. I hope y'all left some candy and treats for them, and you didn't take all the cold bottles of water that we have in that other stream.
Jeff's in this stream still, so we're waiting for Jeff to move to the other stream.
Jeff. Honestly.
There's a fridge in there, Jeff. There's a bathroom. You're going to be fine.
Come on, Jeff.
All right, so as soon as we get... All right, so Jeff is gone now, and now we're waiting for word for Jeff and Janine that they are in the other stream, and once we get that...
He's not gone. No one's ever really gone, but he's just going to be in another stream.
Okay, so we're good now. Roxy Schreier has decided not to be in the waiting.
That's her call.
All right. Can we confirm that Roxy knows that she can be in here? But if not, here we go. So here is the question mark from Mel Brooks.
We are finally here, gentlemen, for Shazam's round number 2. 6 questions in the world of Mel Brooks. Your first question for 2 points, unless you need multiple choice. Who plays Mel Brooks' biggest rival, Vance Craswell, in Life Stinks?
That's Jeffrey Tambor.
Yep, you can say it. Go ahead.
Jeffrey Tambor, final answer.
Is correct for 2 points. And Shazam on the board in round 2. We move to your next question. Who directed Mel Brooks and Anne Bancroft in the film To Be or Not to Be?
It was Alan Johnson, right?
Alan Johnson, final answer.
Alan Johnson, is he related to Ben? Maybe, is correct for 2 points.
All right, question 3.
All right, they're perfect through 2. As we hit the halfway point of Mel Brooks movies, your next question, Mel Brooks makes a voice appearance in what Pixar film as a character named Melephant Brooks?
Toy Story 4.
Yep.
Toy Story 4, final answer.
Oh, really?
He's pals with Forky. That is correct. They have 6 points on the board and 1 more, and they could overtake the lead of the odd couple. Here we go. Who has a cameo as the musical director Buddy Bizarre in 1974's Blazing Saddles?
That is Dom DeLuise.
Okay, say it.
Dom DeLuise, final answer.
That is the best guess Johnny Carson ever had. Christian, they're perfect through 4. 2 questions remain, and it is now the lead of Shazam, 26-25, and they're looking to pad that before heading into round 3 with their penultimate Mel Brooks question. Gentlemen, who plays Marty Eggs, one of Mel Fund's sidekicks, who pitches the first silent film in 40 years to a Hollywood studio head in silent movie?
His two sidekicks in that are Dom DeLuise and Marty Feldman.
Right.
I think it's Marty Feldman, but I'm not 100%.
Want to go multiple choice just to be safe? We can do it.
I don't think they're going to guess it.
3.
Okay. Repeat the question then.
Repeat the
First
question.
one. First repeat.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll
All
talk
right,
about
you
it.
have 2 JT rules remaining. Your question. Who plays Marty Eggs, one of Mel Fund's sidekicks, who pitches the first silent film in 40 years to a Hollywood studio head in silent movie?
What are you feeling, Bibbs? We can afford to go multiple choice. I mean, we'll still be up 4 if we go multiple choice unless you really feel strongly.
I feel pretty strongly that Marty Eggs is Marty Feldman. I feel like they're
Okay. Okay.
We're going to go with Marty Feldman, final answer.
And Christian, they walk this way to a correct answer. It is in fact the great Marty Feldman.
Nice.
And they have one final question in the world of Mel Brooks. To close out round number 2, here it is. Who plays the role of SS Colonel Earhart in 1983's To Be or Not to Be?
The Colonel, I believe, is Charles Durning.
I know he was nominated for this, so that sounds right.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
We're going to go. Yeah, we're going to go with Colonel Charles Durning, final answer.
That's a perfect round 2, Christian. They knocked it out of the stadium, and now they are going to take a impressive lead into the betting round.
That was a very, very impressive wheel round there for Shazam. Perfect, as they get 30 to Odd Couples 25. And now we bring back Janine and Jeff.
And maybe Roxy.
Hi.
Hello.
All right, so our teams are back, and the Odd Couple went. Excuse me. Our teams are back, and Shazam went perfect there, 30-25, not going to multiple choice at all, getting all their questions right, and it is now 30-25 as we get to the wheel round. It is the wheel round, Mark. What are the rules?
The betting round, which features the wheel in a unique way because the team in the lead gets to spin the wheel. This is going to be Shazam. They will, like round 2, be spinning that wheel with their mind. Once the wheel settles on a category, just a single question emerges. This question will be asked to both teams at different times because the teams can confer amongst themselves to settle on an answer. They'll have 15 seconds to do so. The point value is where it becomes the betting round. Once you see that category, before you hear the question, the team is going to decide whether they would like to wager up to 3 points on their knowledge of that category. They may also wager as little as 0 points. Anywhere between 0 to 3 points is legal. If the team gets the ensuing question correct, they gain that many points onto their total. If they miss said question, they lose as many points as they bet. So choose your number, but choose wisely. So now we're going to see what that category is, Christian. Shazam is going to be spinning the wheel, and here we go. And we've seen fortunes change so many times in this round over the years, Christian.
Stephen King.
Stephen King, it is. All right. So now what we will do here is Stephen King. We are going to bring in first the manager of Shazam to talk about potential points. You have 30 seconds to talk to your manager about potential points. You can talk in code, whatever you want to do. Starting now, 30 seconds.
Gentlemen,
yeah.
Epsilon, Theta, or 3. I would imagine with the category and our current score. What are your instincts?
I'm feeling like maybe it's worth playing it safe. I'm thinking Epsilon Theta.
Brendan, what do you think?
You want to go Epsilon Theta? I mean, we got a decent lead. What do you think?
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of feel like, I don't know. I kind of feel like
5 seconds.
I think with the category, I'd say one of the two I just listed.
I'm going to say Epsilon Theta. I'm calling it.
Okay.
I feel like that's the way to go.
Thank you to Shazam. Going to remove the Mercs. Bring back Roxy. All right, Roxy, you got 30 seconds to decide. Starting now.
So proud of you guys. How are you feeling?
I think we got to go Rocky here.
Janine?
Yes. Yeah, I know you wanted to be really aggressive about this. I think that sounds good.
Yeah,
I think that that's a good call. Let's go, Roxy, and you guys got to remember to communicate.
They're both betting 3 points.
All right, thank you. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to
1 point.
Ask Shazam if they want to field that question first or defer to their opponents. It's the same question regardless, Shazam. So do you want to stay in the stream and answer the question first? We'll kick the odd couple out. Or do you want to allow the odd couple first, and then we'll see y'all in the green room, and then you can come back?
I say let's do it. I say let's go first.
Let's go for it now.
All right. Odd couple is in the other room, and now Shazam is going to answer their question. Here is the question, gentlemen, in the realm of Stephen King. Who plays the role of Selena St. George as an adult in the film Dolores Claiborne?
Jennifer Jason Leigh. It's Jennifer Jason Leigh.
Yep. Okay, you can go. Say it.
Jennifer Jason Leigh, final answer.
All right. That is good. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thanks, guys.
We have their wager in the private chat, and we have their answer attempt. So now we're going to drop out Shazam, and we're going to welcome back the odd couple.
Okay, so now, guys, your opponents have answered the question, and now you guys will have the opportunity to answer. Your points, your wager is in.
We have their wager noted.
And here is the question. Are you ready, Jeff and Janine?
Yes.
Keep in mind, team, you can confer. You do not have to write down your attempted answer. You may confer.
Who plays the role of Selena St. George as an adult in the film Dolores Claiborne?
It's single white female. What's her name?
Jennifer Jason Leigh. Jennifer Jason Leigh.
I believe.
5, 4.
Jennifer Jason Leigh, final answer.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
All right, so now we're going to bring back Shazam. We have recorded both answers from both Janine and Jeff, and now, and Shazam. So now we're going to bring Shazam back
Judging by
and
the
get
chat.
to round 4.
All right, just waiting for them to come back, and a whole lot of tension right now because we got the answers on the table. We know the point values, and for once, I feel like the announcers actually know something before everyone else.
All right, so Shazam is back now. We're going to bring Shazam in.
Hi.
All right, so Shazam is here, and now we are going to reveal what happened in that round. So we are going. The question was, who plays the role of Selena St. George as an adult in the film Dolores Claiborne? So we asked first Shazam, how many points did you wager?
3.
And both Janine and Jeff, how many did you wager?
3.
They both answered. Jennifer Jason Leigh, both correct. So here
Nice job, guys.
is
Nice
the
job,
score.
guys.
We stay with 5 points. It is 33-28 as we get to the 4th round. It is the speed round.
That's right, and the fact that Janine said single white female also tipped me off that might be the correct answer. So now we progress to round 4. It is the speed round, or sometimes we call it, to all of our Tampa Bay fans, the lightning round, because it goes by super quick. This is the team format. Now, in a singles match where we have the speed round, 60 seconds goes to each competitor, because this is the teams. 30 seconds go to each competitor, and you also get half the questions. 10 questions are total asked to each team, 5 to one member of the team, 5 to the other member of the team. Same for your opponents. 30 seconds is the amount of time that you have to correctly answer those 5 questions. Each question's worth a point. There is a penalty for missing a question. So once again, if you get the question right, you get a point. If you miss a question, you lose a point. There is another option. If I ask a question that you're just not sure of, and you don't want to wager a guess to lose a point, you can simply say pass. I will return to any questions that you did say pass to after the initial 5 questions have been read, but you may again say pass if you're just not sure. And so here's how it works. It is Shazam, still with a 5-point lead in a scintillating, sterling match thus far. So Shazam, you have the right to have your team answer the A and B set of questions first, or you may go back to the green room once again and have the odd couple answer their A and B set questions first. What is the choice?
We're going to go back to the green room. You got some nice hummus and pita back there, a couple of quaxes.
Hummus and pita.
So yeah, we'll go there.
Fancy.
All right. So then, yeah. See you in a second.
All right. So they are going to drop out of the stream, and then once we do have confirmation that has happened, we're going to ask Jeff and Janine who wants to take the A set of questions and the B set of questions. Please do not answer until we have confirmation that Shazam is in the other room. As always, you are going to get to chat with your manager before the round begins.
All right, so you have 60 seconds starting now.
Awesome communication, guys. It took both of you guys to get that last question right, and you did because you are talking. For this, who do you guys feel like wants to go first? Who wants to take the A set of questions?
I'm fine going first.
Okay. Janine goes first. Jeff, you go second. You guys are doing incredible. We're still in the game plan, which is exactly what we wanted to do. Don't let any outside factors deter you guys right now. Answer the questions that are in front of you. Janine, this is your first time doing a speed round. We've practiced this. We've drilled this. You are ready for this moment. You have earned this moment. And make sure that everybody out there can STF you about whether or not they think you have, because we know you have. Jeff, you too. You've got stuff to prove in the speed rounds too, guys. Don't answer the question if you don't know what it is. You guys have got this. Teamwork forever. Otter forever.
All right, so that is Roxy Stryer pumping up her team. And so just to recap, the A set of questions, now that we know that Shazam is in the other room and not listening or watching. Jeff, Janine, who's going to be fielding the first 5 questions?
I will.
Okay. Janine? All right, Janine. I'm going to be running all of the competitors through this, but just to remind you again that there is a penalty if you miss a question. Whether you get a question correct or incorrect, I'm not going to tell you in the moment regardless. I'm simply going to move on to the next question. We're not going to tabulate the points or let you know what was correct or incorrect until all competitors have finished the questioning. Does all that make sense okay?
Yes.
Okay. Another reminder is that there's going to be a clock of 30 seconds that is in the top corner. You're not going to start that clock until I'm completed asking the first question, and then it starts counting down. That makes sense?
Yes.
Okay. And final question to test our connection. Janine, if you could only get one candy on Halloween, what would that candy be?
Sour Patch Kids.
Good call. I prefer the red ones myself. So, Janine, for your speed round questions, are you ready to go?
Ready.
All right, then, Janine the Machine, your speed round begins now. Who played the lead role of Benjamin Gates in National Treasure?
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage.
Who directed 1984's A Nightmare on Elm Street?
Pass.
Which actress played the lead role in Runaway Bride?
Julia Roberts.
What animated Disney film features the song Son of Man?
Tarzan.
Tarzan.
Who directed Blade Runner?
Ridley Scott.
Ridley Scott.
Who directed 1984's A Nightmare on Elm Street?
Wes Craven.
Janine's round is complete. Christian, you might be muted.
No, I'm not.
Hey, there you are.
All
Good
right,
boy.
All right, so thank you, Janine. Now we're going to bring in Jeff. All right, so now Jeff Snyder has his 5 questions.
All right, and Jeff, same instructions I guess just gave to Janine. 30 seconds in total. 30 seconds doesn't start until I finish asking your first question. 1 point gain, 1 point lost. You can also say pass. All that makes sense to you, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, and Jeff Snyder, your practice question to make sure the stream is working okay. Who do you love more, Kemba Walker or Jason Tatum?
Jason Tatum.
Looking for Kemba Walker, but here we go. All right. Jeff Snyder, your speed round begins now. Who plays the lead role of Jack Ryan in the film Jack Ryan, Shadow Recruit?
Chris Pine.
Who directed The Conjuring?
James Wan.
Which actress plays the lead role in Salt?
Angelina Jolie.
Who directed 2002's Spider-Man?
Sam Raimi.
Sam Raimi.
Who plays the lead role of John Thornton in 2020's Call of the Wild?
Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford.
Jeff Snyder's speed round is complete.
All right. So Jeff Snyder answers his questions, and Janine answers her questions, and now Brendan will answer his questions, and Beast will answer his questions. Here we go.
Going to get them in there now and confirming with the managers and everyone else that you can hear me okay, because you can't hear me.
Can you not hear me?
The wheels go off. No, I saw the private chat. Roxy just wanted me to speak up because she likes my singing voice.
Yeah. All right. Well, here we go. So now we are going to bring in Brendan and the kid. Excuse me, Brendan and the Beast.
It's like, what?
And here they are.
Hello.
All right, Corey, you're going to have 60 seconds to talk to your team starting now.
Hi, Shazam!
Hello.
Hey.
Okay, so not only did you get a perfect first round, getting a bonus Boston question by answering a Boston question, you then used a perfect JTE, you got a perfect second round, you then wagered appropriately, got a perfect third round. So I trust your gut so completely. However you feel in this round, remember to pass if you need to. Remember, it's always going to come back. Remember, the speed round is your friend. Play it back in your head. Take your time. 30 seconds is longer than you think, but pass if you need to. You both are champions. You're playing a perfect game. How you feel?
Pretty
Feel good. Look, we've played well to this point. We've got ourselves a good lead. We can afford to pass if we don't know it.
It's better to pass with this condition we're in now.
Exactly.
Yep,
I want to say I love
it.
both of you
They
so
got
much.
all
Thank you so
questions
much
right
for
in
being
the
my
last
partners
one.
for all of this. You're
Yep.
doing great. We're doing great together.
got
Let's go out here and do the best we can.
Let's do it. Let's do
Round
it,
four,
guys.
so proud. Let's get it.
All right.
Let's
So
do it.
we need a decision on who's going to answer the A questions and who's going to answer the B.
That's right. A stack?
A questions for me.
All right. Kid's going to go first. William Bibiani, sticking with his last name beginning letter, will get the B set, so we'll drop William out. All right, Brendan. Son, you're barely into high school, but now you have the speed round facing you. Again, 5 questions, and you get 30 seconds to answer all of them. You're going to see the 30-second timer come up, and your speed round is not going to begin until I finished asking the first question. Then you're going to see it start counting down. Question worth a point. You could get a point or lose a point on each question. You can also simply say pass. I'll return to any questions you did say pass to. All that makes sense. Okay.
Sounds great. Yep.
All right. And I'm going to ask you one practice question to make sure the connection's good. Brendan, Halloween night, if you could only have one candy in your bag, what would it be?
Ooh. How about Aero Bar? Or pass? Pass.
Sounds like too late. You said Aero Bar. Got to stick with
Pass is better.
I got to look up what Aero Bar.
I know. I had the joke. I had the joke right there in my hands, and I blew it.
Well, let's see if the speed round serves you better.
Right.
Your questioning is about to begin if you are ready.
I'm ready.
All right. Then Brendan the Kidmeyer speed round begins now. Who played the lead role of Benjamin Gates in National Treasure?
Nicolas Cage.
Who directed 1984's A Nightmare on Elm Street?
Wes Craven.
Which actress played the lead role in Runaway Bride?
Julia Roberts.
What animated Disney film features the song Son of Man?
Tarzan.
Who directed Blade Runner?
Ridley Scott.
Brendan Meyer's speed round is complete.
All right. So now we bring in the Beast.
That was a good one.
Hi.
And now Beast will answer his questions.
Okay, William, you heard me give the directions to Brendan, but again, 30 seconds doesn't start until I finished asking the first question. You can wager a guess for a point. You could miss a point as well. You can also say pass. I'll return to any of those questions if there's time left. All that makes sense, okay?
Yep.
Okay, and a practice question for William Bibiani. William, it's Halloween night. You only get one candy in your bag. What are you taking?
Candy corn.
Classic.
Traditional.
Very traditional. All right, William. Then if you're good to go, then your speed round will begin. Are you ready?
I am ready.
William Bibiani's speed round begins now. Who plays the lead role of Jack Ryan in Jack Ryan, Shadow Recruit?
Chris Pine.
Who directed The Conjuring?
James Wan.
Which actress plays the lead role in Salt?
Angelina Jolie.
Who directed 2002's Spider-Man?
Sam Raimi.
Who plays the lead role of John Thornton in 2020's Call of the Wild?
Harrison Ford.
Harrison
William
Ford.
Viviani's speed round is complete.
All right. So now, with that, we are going to do the tally. We have the tally already, so we just need to bring the two teams back.
No time killing for this guy.
Not this time. So both Janine and Tibbs are back now. Jeff and Brendan are back.
Yep.
All right, our teams are back. We have tallied up. Both teams go perfect in the speed round. And
Now is the money
at
round.
the final, we have 43 for Shazam and 38 for Janine and Jeff.
Damn.
So 43 and
Amazing
38.
match. Wow.
And so now we get to the fifth and final round. It is the championship round. The score is 43-38. All right, here we go.
That's right. A total of 81 points have been levied thus far. That's Art Monk's number. Congratulations to both teams. We now enter round 5. This is the round that will determine the match unless we go into sudden death overtime. 10 possible points are available for each team in round number 5. We need a series of numbers to get there. We need 3 numbers from each team. These numbers may range from 1 to 20. You may not pick the same numbers as your opponents because each integer corresponds to a unique category of movie, trivia, Schmoedown, mystery. First question for the team is worth 2 points. Next one is worth 3 points. Your final question is worth 5 big points. Because this is the team division, here's how it works. Once we give the team the category of that 2-point question, the team has to decide which member is going to solo answer that query. You may not rely on the strength of your teammate for the 2-pointer or the 3-pointer. It will be the opposite team member attempting to answer the 3-pointer. You may only confer for the 5-point question. It is a Shazam lead of 5 points in an exceptional championship match played thus far. So Shazam, your 3 lucky numbers from 1 to 20 are?
Brendan?
1, 9, and 4.
9 and 4, and for Janine and Jeff?
3.
6 and 12.
All right, 3, 6, and 12 for Janine and Jeff, and 1, 9, and 4 for Shazam. All right, so first things we're going to do here, Mark, we're going to remove Janine and Jeff and bring in Coy for 60 seconds. All right, Coy, 60 seconds starting now.
Hi, Coy.
Hey, Coy.
Guys,
Hey,
we've
Coy.
got a chunk of time with each one of these questions. We have a very 5 points is good, but we don't rest until it's over. 5-round championship it wears in everybody's mind. You guys are crushing it. I'm really impressed. How's your headspace?
I'm feeling
Pretty
good.
good. Pretty good.
Feeling good.
We've got
We
we
have-
got an okay lead.
We have how many JTs? We have 2 left?
You have 2 JTEs. You
Okay,
played perfect,
all right.
so go with your gut.
All
But
right,
remember,
all right.
your gut plus timing equals perfection. Remember to pace yourselves. Those
Yeah.
JTEs can be used. There's no benefit in keeping them after. But, each of you getting one, we're very comfy at this point. So remember that and
look.
trust each other with these questions.
We're just gonna play it safe. We'll see if I really like the 2-point category, I'll take it. But we can trust each other on anything, so we'll see what happens.
The instinct you 2 have is incredible. So I yield the rest of my time. Go get this thing. Yeah.
All right, thank you, Coy. And now we bring in the rock stars. Excuse me, stars.
This feels a little bit reminiscent of what happened last time we beat Shazam. But now we're not just odd, we're odder. We've been down all game, but we've never been out.
couple.
And this is exactly what we talked about, this exact situation. You guys are playing like champions right now. And this is going to come down to one question. So do yourself a favor. Answer the question in front of you. Let's hit that 2, the 3, communicate on that 5, and let's force them to do something that they might not be able to do. And this is really in the realm of possibility that Janine, after this, you are a champion, and that Jeff, you remain a champion. I mean, that is unbelievable. So you guys, you're doing incredible so far. And those were some sexy numbers. That's the most important part. Really sexy numbers.
All right,
How are you
thank
guys feeling?
Roxy.
Okay.
Nope.
Yes.
Great.
Thumbs
Let's
up
do
for
it.
you.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
thank you, Roxy. That's the time for the stars. So,
All right.
all right, so now we have our teams. They are here. And Mark, we're going to start with Janine and Jeff. And we're going to start, in order to try to avoid the TKO, they're going to start with their category of category 3. And that lands them in the realm of action adventure.
All right, so Jeff or Janine? Who wants to take that? Jeff, make sure we can see your hands the whole time.
What do you think, Janine? You want me to take it?
I think I'll take it.
Okay, cool. Janine's got
All right, so this action-adventure question is to Janine, and it could cut the lead of Shazam to 3 points. Janine, your question in the category of action-adventure. Who plays Eli in the Book of Eli?
Denzel Washington.
That kid's got a bright future, in my opinion. That is correct for 2 points. And Christian, it is now just a 3-point lead. They could tie Shazam if Odd Couple can secure their 3-pointer.
Yeah, Jeff needs
Don't
to hit
mess this up,
his
Snyder.
3-point. And here is the question. In what realm? In the realm of comedy.
Realm of comedy. And Jeff, for 3 points and to tie your opponents. How many times did Leslie Nielsen play the role of Frank Drebin in the Naked Gun big screen franchise?
I'm gonna guess 2.
3.
5.
Final answer?
Yeah.
We also would have accepted 33 1/3. That is correct,
Oh,
Christian.
yeah,
We got a
I forgot
tied
about that.
ball game, 43 all.
All right.
So they avoid the
All right.
TKO. So now Shazam has to just hit their 2-pointer in order to force Janine and Jeff to hit their 5. So we start here with Shazam on category 1, and that lands them on Will Smith.
I'll take it. I feel pretty familiar with Will Smith. I'll take it.
Cool. All
I'll
right.
take it. All right.
All right, so this one goes to the kid in the category of the beloved Will Smith for 2 points. And to regain the lead. In what 2013 film does Will Smith appear with his son, Jaden?
After Earth.
I thought it was good. Apparently, I was the only one. That is correct for 2 points. It is 45 43, Christian, which means we go back to the odd-er couple for a 5-pointer they got to have.
They got to hit this. If they hit it, then it bounces back to Shazam. However, if they miss it, Shazam will become a 2-time championship team. So the category was category 12, Mark. Category 12, that puts them into musicals.
Musicales.
All right.
5-pointer musicals. Oh my god. Where's Andraco when you need him?
All right, musicals is the category.
Screwed.
And the question, which you may confer with your fellow team member on, for 5 points and the lead. In The Sound of Music, Maria makes play clothes for herself and the Von Trapp children out of what?
Jeff, I believe it's the drapes.
Yes, final answer for Janine. Or you say it, Janine. You say it.
The drapes, final answer.
The Drapes is correct for 5 points and
Good
the
job, guys.
lead. Christian, here is where we stand. It's a 3-point lead for the Otter couple, and now Shazam has a 3-pointer that could tie their lead.
That's right. Shazam needs to hit this in order to tie the game. They still have an opportunity with their 5-point. Now, if they hit this, then it will tie the game. This is category 9. Category 9. And that would be in the realm of black cinema. Black cinema.
Okay. All right.
And the question is going to William Bibiani and William only. Teammates and opponents may not speak to William during this time. We see his hands. And William, in the category of black cinema, to tie the lead of the odder couple, your question. How many times did Richard Roundtree play the role of John Shaft from the original to the 2019 film? I'm going to give you 20 seconds for this.
Shaft's big score, Shaft in Africa. He was in John Singleton's Shaft, and he was in Tim Story's Shaft. So that's 5. Final answer.
Christian, he didn't need 20 seconds. He got in less than 10. That is correct for an amazing tie at 48 points apiece.
That is an amazing pull there by Bibbs, and it is 48-48. So now we are in a different position. So if the if Shazam hits it, they win it, they are the champions. However, if they miss, we are going to sudden death. So Shazam, they chose category 4, and that would be just like the breathing in the microphone, disaster. Here is the category is disaster and the 5-point question mark.
All right, this is for the win and to retain those beautiful shiny belts. A miss will mean sudden death. A correct answer, which you may confer with your teammate on,
51-50.
will give you the win.
All right.
And your question. Casey Affleck plays Ray Seibert, an engineer on an oil tanker that is caught in a blizzard in what 2010's film?
I believe.
Is that Deepwater Horizon?
No, I believe it's.
You're
Is
right.
it The Finest Hours? Is that what it's called?
Yes, it is The Finest
okay.
Hours. You are 100% correct. The
Okay,
Finest Hours, final answer.
And your winners! And new movie trivia Schmoedown Teams Champions of the World once again! Brendan McKinmeyer, William the Beast Viviani, Shazam!
Did we just go 100% perfect?
Yes!
Oh my god!
An amazing match. I have to say it. That is unbelievable. Jeff and Janine, that was unbelievable. We literally got I was sitting there, we got everything right, and we had to hit the 5. That was unbelievable.
You are both amazing competitors. Holy cow. That is the best match ever.
So Shazam does it. They are 2-time champions. And now they are going to be talking to Ben Sturger with a very, very happy. Obviously, now you look at, they have the Star Wars champion, they have the teams champion. They have done it. They have done it again, and they had to fight. And they had to fight hard against both Jeff Snyder and Janine the Machine. But what a match it was. And now we are going to hear how happy they are, Mark. But, the funny thing is, though, about that match, I got to say, is that you look at, like, Janine came in here, and I don't even think Jeff would have a problem saying this. Janine was the stronger of the players in this match here today. She was hitting lights out with Capper. She was the one who got them through the 5. I mean, she was the perfect choice here by the Stars to play here. It's just when Shazam does what they did here today, getting everything right, it's going to be hard for most teams to beat.
I mean, I think Jeff hit his comfort zone pretty quick because you swap out a android for a machine, and I don't think that you could accurately call any competitor that has ever lived an upgrade over Mark Andreyko, but Janine the Machine coming in, both of them near flawless round 1s, and then just her playing lights out, and Snyder following her lead in round 2, and it was just back and forth. I mean, you talk about speed round perfection and just knocking every question thrown at you out of the park. They proved that they have championship aluminum, if not the belts yet. But man, I don't know where this is going to go, Christian. I don't know where that partnership takes them. If the road ends here, it was a match well played. If it goes somewhere else, so be it at that point in the future. But for right now, we know that Shazam got all they wanted and more from the odd couple, but it is Shazam's glory to revel in now. And so we turn it over to the great Jen Sturger for an interview with William, with Brendan, and with Coy.
Hi.
Hi. Have you caught your breath yet, Bibbs?
I am so... Wow, did they push us far? That was amazing.
Wow, that was crazy.
What a great match.
Every round.
I was going into every round, and I
have to ask you, how does it feel to be 2-time champions?
So good. It feels so good. I'm not gonna lie. This feels really good.
2-time champions and 2 belts at the merch right now. The team that everyone counted out all season. The 2 we got 2 sets of 2. Okay, just wanted to.
I'm not gonna lie, Coy. You guys were. I mean, with the exception of Shazam, like last season, people were just like, "Coy's the Mercs are just the team that's happy to be there." You know what I mean?
We're happy to be there.
And
we're happy to win there.
Yeah.
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 I feel like you guys are
can't
just all
believe
coming
it.
off of a crazy sugar high right now.
It was tough. I mean, we had a really tough match against the Odd Couple last time where we had a good lead and the questions just didn't go our way. We didn't know them, and the whole time I was waiting. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, I was trying to stay positive, and I did, and I think that's why we did so well. But I was also like, we're gonna miss the fight. Like, this can't happen. Like, we can't get every question. Like, we can't, and we were able to.
And admittedly, this is the first time while managing that I was pre-exhausted because of the last match. Like, you might notice my managing in this one is very different. Like, I'm a little less at 11. I'm just trying to get us there because I didn't want us to get overexcited at any point. At no point did I want us to counter, eggs before they hatch, because this is what happened last time to a T. These guys had to play 100%, and I didn't want to risk any of that by jinxing it. So this was an exhausting 5 rounds for all of us, and they had to go 100%, which is a testament to the other team, and I'm so proud of my guys.
But I think we also have to address something else, and that is, obviously you guys have exceptional gameplay, but I think one of the things that makes Shazam, and honestly the Mercs special in general, is the way you go about playing the game. You guys had the chance to pick anyone to face, and you chose to be sportsman about it and to let them choose, and they gave you a hell of a fight. So I mean, I feel like that's got to make you feel really good about just the way that you guys go about playing this game.
I mean, look, it was a weird situation. It wasn't anyone's ideal situation going in. I know, I'm sure there's been a lot of chatter.
Especially with your history with Andrego, Bibbs.
Right.
It's like,
Which
I know what that rematch would have meant to you.
It really would have meant a lot to me. But at the same time, when I beat Andrego for the singles belt, it was another weird situation in which someone couldn't play. And what I feel is great about this is that by going with Janine, who is one of the... I think she is one of the cornerstones of the Schmoedown. I think she is absolutely a fundamental, important part of the Schmoedown lineup. And I think she proved that today. I think she proved that last week with Marisol as well. She's absolutely uncanny, and she keeps getting better and better. And by going with Janine, I think we made sure that even though this was kind of an odd scenario, no one is going to say that this wasn't a good match. No one's going to say that this wasn't hard earned, because the only way to beat them was to go perfect. That was literally the only way to beat them.
I know. It's so important.
I don't think anyone has ever gone perfect, 100% PPE perfect in the Schmoedown teams.
Because it's hard. It's hard because it's 6. I mean, we learned this the hard way last time because we had 6 and we still lost. But 6 is better than 5 because you can win on the 2 and the 3. And every round, I remember going into every round, I was like, oh man, if we could only have gotten to 6. And I'm like, oh right, we haven't messed up. They're playing that good. There's nothing we can do. It's just unbelievable.
And 5 rounds, you really have to do the math like they were saying the whole time. You have to not be thinking ahead or behind. You have to pace yourself. You also have to be in complete symbiosis with your partner. And look, all of that happened today.
I mean, we knew how tough. We knew how tough they were going to be. And look, we studied our butts off this week. And there was one question in particular that I don't think we would not have gotten the full points if we hadn't studied the way that we did. And that was because we knew that this was going to be this tough.
Absolutely. And like I said, I think, what did you guys think of Janine? I mean, in terms of her play and coming in here and playing under the circumstances that she did, what does that say about her as a competitor going forward?
Janine is God tier. Okay? I know that her you look at the rankings or whatever, there's a lot of excellent
and the
people
record. The record doesn't speak for how good she is.
The record doesn't speak for it. Janine, I think this proves to everyone that Janine is a top-tier Schmoedown competitor. She's proved it one week after another. Yeah. I think anyone would be a fool not to consider her a top-flight competitor. If they didn't already, and they should have. She has got everything. She's got the showmanship, she has got the drive, she's got the personality, and boy does she have the knowledge, and she's only getting better all the time. I mean, and honestly, Jeff Snyder's okay too. That's a good team.
Yeah. I mean, if that's now a team, I think anyone who watched this match got very scared to play that team.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But let's talk about you guys for a second. Second team to get 10 wins. Let's talk about your legacy and what you're creating for you guys, for Shazam. It's where do we go from here? Who do you want next? That's the thing is how do we keep this going? How do we hang on to these belts?
Well, we probably have to win our next match to do that.
Exactly.
Maybe. I mean, it'd be great if we did. But
let's do that.
That's what we have to do.
Has everyone agreed strategy? You got this down?
Yeah, I just want to say before we dive into who's next that I said last year we were going to be a 10-2 team. I said last year this is where I wanted us. I said last year this is exactly where I wanted Shazam. So now we've accomplished that. So the rest is where this year starts for Shazam. This is the bar. Now we're here. Now we're going to be the most defendingest team. Now we're going to be the best record in the history of the Schmoedown. Now it starts. This was all just the warm-up to the reign of Shazam. You don't even know what's coming, Schmoedown.
So, guys, you saw the undercard. You will be facing corruption again.
Yep.
The team you won the titles from the first time. It's like, does that kind of give you any confidence going into this defense?
Some. I mean, but they're just a team that we feel good. I mean, we have confidence. I mean, they're a team that always gets back there. And look, they have gotten it done every time they've gotten there. You know, they've beaten the Shire Wolves and the Founding Fathers. So I mean, we have a lot of confidence because we did it once, but also we know how good those guys are. And also, look, they didn't get off to a great start in that match, and then they played lights out from then on out. So we know that could be a massive test.
Look, Mike is doing really, really well this season. I don't think we've seen enough of Chance. I love Chance as a person. He's a really, really tough competitor.
Yeah, we've only seen when he beat me, right? So that was
that was the one time. that was one time. I didn't watch that one. But here's what I think it boils down to. Here's what I think it boils down to. We've had our first title match for the Mercs this season was a 101-point game. And this title match that we just played was a 101-point game. We should just get those shirts. Quirky Mercs, 101.
We just do 101 points. That's what we do. It's how we play. It's just how it's done. Dalmatians and Shazam. The Dalmatians and Shazam putting in the 101s.
I'm not really big. I don't like being self-aggrandizing, except, of course, when it comes to these wonderful soaps. Soap at our Etsy store. This is our shrubbery massage bar, but we're
going to start charging you for the ad space at this point. So we got stuff to do. I got other interviews to do.
I can not play Schmoedown.
Can I say that no matter who we play next, I have full confidence in my guys, and I love that no matter how corruption goes, it's going to feel familiar and lovely and great to see these guys again. We like playing corruption. We like that because we like the challenge of Chance and Mike. We like how they play, and I guarantee they'll be better sore winners or sore losers than a certain other team we play a lot.
Well, congratulations today again, gentlemen, and best of luck to you.
Thank you very much.
All right, so obviously a very happy Shazam. They are two-time champions, and now they look to defend those championships next month. But this is they played well, 10-2. Only the Odd Couple did 10 before, and the Patriots did 9. But now they're looking to try to do what both the Patriots did, what so many teams have done before with defenses. They need to try to do that. They didn't do that in their first one. Can they do it in their second one? But you talk about one of the great players, and that is Jeff Snyder. He's a 3-time champion, and what a battle it was. And I feel, once again, Janine the Machine shows up and just annihilates here today. What a match it was for them. And we're going to hear from the stars and Jen Sturger, Jeff and Janine right now.
Guys, obviously not the outcome we wanted, but I think we can all agree that this was a phenomenal match and a phenomenal title match debut for Janine. I mean, Roxy, you have to be absolutely beaming from inside for just the way these two played together today.
Yeah, of all of the times that I've talked to you second this season, Jen, which is just...
It's way too many, honestly, Roxy. It's not indicative of how well you guys have played.
Story of our lives. This is a time where I'm okay where we are right now, because what do you guys want from us? This is their first time playing together, and they made them answer every single question. We can't do more than that. I am so impressed. And I just think for anybody out there who is a doubter, Janine was the perfect pick for this. She complimented Jeff so well here, and he complimented her perfectly. And as much as I miss Andreyko, and I wish that they were able to defend the belts together, I don't think that this would have turned out any differently. And
Jeff, I see you nodding emphatically down there. How wonderful was it to have a teammate that stepped up under such crazy circumstances and you guys performed the way you did today?
I couldn't believe Shazam let us pick our own teammate because I knew Machine was the first person that I wanted. And I was thrilled that she was able to take the time off and tape this match today. She was incredible. Really, like, went above and beyond. Super impressive performance in like a 5-teamer or a 5-rounder. And, I think that the odder couple has a higher ceiling than the odd couple. Like, Andreka and I were very different. Janine and I are even more different, but that's why we complement each other. I trusted her to take that Frank Capra
Hey,
round.
listen, you were sweating when that musical 5-pointer came up. All right.
That's what she knows. She knows the old movies that I don't, and musicals and stuff. That's why I think we make a great team. Super proud to have competed with Janine today. Unfortunately, Shazam went perfect. They don't seem any better than they were the last time I played them. So if they're not getting better, I wonder what is the element there that allowed them to get a perfect game.
Pretty much knew it at this point.
Conspiracy theory? I think not. I think that, we can do what they did here today.
I absolutely believe that as well, Roxy. I really do. Janine, I got to ask you, how does today feel different from last week for you?
I definitely just felt less pressure. This was just about stepping up for my faction. This was about going out with a fight, and not just giving up. So I definitely felt confident in doing something like that.
And talk to me about pairing up with this guy,
I've always wanted to play with Jeff. He's an amazing competitor. And, I wasn't sure how we were going to vibe, how it was going to work. But with Roxy there supporting us 100%, telling us to talk to each other, listen to each other. I think we worked really great together.
You really
Janine executed the game plan perfectly. The game plan was make them answer the 5-pointer, and that is what we did. Mm-hmm. Now, we had to name what costumes were, made out of from a 60-year-old movie, and they had to name a Casey Affleck movie from the last decade. Seems a little uneven, but you know what? I get it, Shazam. You had the tough question the last time. Take nothing away from you. You played wonderful, Bibbs and the kid. I can't wait to send you the belts. But you know what? Janine and I will be back to take them from you soon.
As we know, it's the way the game goes. It's the way the game goes, where sometimes that just happens. Everybody comes in with different knowledge, and what they came in with today, we don't know. If Bibbs had tried to answer the 2 and Kid had tried to answer their 3, you never know. That's the element of strategy here. You just don't know what could happen in this game. They just simply today did not miss. Not one time. They didn't give it one goal.
And they had to do that.
And they had to do that to win. And so I'm really proud of us. That was our strategy. And we executed that strategy. And we looked awesome doing it. And I think for Janine's first 5-match game, which is not going to be her last 5
round, which honestly,
I was so nervous about. And going into it, I felt really good. So,
we drilled it. And that's what the faction did to support this team. They did a great job. We didn't miss a single question that we knew the answer to. And they just did a great job.
Like I said, guys, if this is our starting point for the two of you, I am really, really excited to see what happens the rest of the season because this was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. And Janine, if today's performance and the instant chemistry that you and Snyder had is not an indication of how good this season's going to be to you, girlfriend, I really have a strong suspicion you'll be holding a belt by the end of the year. So I really hope you believe that. You've got an amazing manager in Roxy, and Jeff, you're here also.
And in a shirt, and he's wearing a shirt, Jeff. You know what?
Progress, and that's all we can ask for, okay? But Jeff, always a pleasure seeing you. You got a long legacy and teams ahead of you as well.
The pleasure's mine, Jen. The pleasure is all mine.
I'll talk to you guys again soon, all right?
Thanks, Jen.
All right, so there you go. That was an incredible match, amazing match, Janine, and you can see it that she was. I think she said it best. Where her goal here today was, there was less pressure than when she played Marisol. It was come in, put up a fight. We're not going out without swinging, and that's exactly what they did. They fought every tooth and nail, and as Bibb said, this was a big match. 101 points scored between both. That's the second time the Mercs have done that now. 101 points for a teams match is incredible, and it's because both teams have to play extraordinary, and that's what happened here today.
Yeah, and for Janine, she played just as well, if not better, than she played against Marisol, and that was an impressive performance that put a lot of folks on notice. And so coming in here today, what I marvel at, even more than the perfect speed rounds and what these teams did in round 2, the betting round, they were pretty great in round 1 and in round 5. They played great matches, both of them, all competitors all the way through. But it's the class, Christian. It's the class with Shazam says, hey, we understand it's a unique circumstance. Go ahead, Stars, take your competitor of choice and put them with Jeff. And for Jeff to be able to serve with that, and for Janine to be able to step up underneath the white-hot spotlight of a championship 5-rounder, and for them all to come together and put on a show worthy of a headlining pay-per-view event here today. 2 great teams matches were just witnessed, and what we love to see at the end of it is everyone shaking hands and saying a job well done.
Yeah, and I'm very curious to what the Stars do now, because Janine has played in 2 teams matches, but with 2 different teammates, right? She had the team of Blackjack with Jacoby, and now she has the team with Jeff. But here's the tricky situation with this, which is interesting, is because Janine filled in for Andreyko. So she filled in for a team that was 10-4. Right, so she filled in for that team. So should they have won, the odd couple would have been 11-4, right? So the team of the odd couple is 10-5. It does count on that record. However, if Janine and Jeff decide to become a team, a brand new team, a new name, that's a clean slate. This isn't a loss on their record. This would be a 0-0 for them. They'd be a new start. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if they're going to be a team after this, but that's something that Roxy will have to decide. Jacoby Bancroft is still out there. Does she go and find somebody else for Jacoby? She's got an open spot on her team now that Andreyko's gone. So this is it's a new dawn for the Stars here. It's a clean slate, so let's see what happens.
Yeah, and we don't have to make those decisions. That's for the higher ups. We just call the action. We like the lineup cards a little bit more in advance next time. And let's not forget, Jacoby Bancroft can play. Really, in his young career, albeit, but can really play and spar with just about anybody already. And so it's going to be a tough decision for whoever it is, but we know this. Doesn't matter who she's playing with or who she's playing against. Janine the Machine is ready for prime time, as were all of the competitors in this headlining match, and really both. I mean, it was just so much fun to see all of the ability, all of the knowledge, all of the personality for some, charisma for others along the way. And as always, partner, you and me just along for the ride. And I'm so happy we have Jen Sturger here to kind of ask those post-match questions, so you and I can just cool down after a combined 8 rounds of mayhem.
It was nuts. And so I would say once again, thank you guys for joining us here today. 3 pay-per-views per month. Live events going to be coming back. So much exciting stuff coming back here for the Schmoedown. The Schmoedownlive.com. Get all your updates. Make sure if you haven't joined the Facebook group, you should do that. And the Schmoedown Live is where you can get the tickets. Patreon.com/Schmoedown is where you become part of that $10 tier. And for Mark Ellis, for the great team here, for everybody involved, thank you very much. We'll see you next time.
Let's see if there's a cutscene at the end. Guess not. Well, I don't know what I was expecting, but great match. Let me just say goodbye to everybody. Okay, let's just get this out of the way first. I got 10 questions correctly in that match, mostly in the speed round, which is kind of amazing to me. I answered like 2 correct answers in round 1, 7 in the speed round, and like 1 in round 5, and I think maybe 1 in round 2. I can't remember. Maybe I should say 11 points. Either way, I'm not the one important right here, right now. You can see the sun is coming up, so you know I've been up pretty much all night. It's 6 in the morning, and I've been watching Schmoedown this entire time. anyways, this is definitely a match of the year contender, and I can't wait to see Shazam defend the belts against Corruption. It's gonna be tough. Two teams I really like, but you know, gotta represent the Mercs. So yeah, I'll be there with this very same hoodie on at Collision in about a month. When is Collision? I don't even know. I don't remember. Anyways, yeah, congrats to Corruption for their amazing win against the team of Danger Zone. And congratulations to Shazam for becoming a 2-time teams champion. And good night to myself, because I really gotta get some sleep in. So thank you for watching if you have, and I'll see you all on the next Schmoedown thing, whatever. Goodbye, everyone. Hello again, everybody. I really hope you enjoyed this video, because I really enjoyed making it. So, if you like what you've seen here, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content like this. So, until next time, guys, I'll see you guys next time.